What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel for some more Escape from Tarkov, and today we're going to be taking a look at some of the new things that they're going to be bringing to the game, and also talking about the patch that is going to be released before the end of the month. Now, I just want to say that this news is actually a little bit old. Some of the stuff that I'm going to be covering came out about 5 days ago, so I'm sure you guys may have already seen it, but I've received a lot of requests to kind of talk about it anyway, so let's get started. And there was actually a really controversial item that was announced on the developer's Twitter that we're going to be talking about at the end of the video. First off, they talk a little bit about when we're going to be seeing the open beta testing, which will be sometime at the beginning of 2018. And players will get a 7-day pass to try out Escape from Tarkov 100% for free. And now this is a big one for all you guys that pre-ordered the game really early on. If you pre-ordered the game before August 5th, 2016, you're going to get a free copy of the game to give to one of your friends and a few 7-day access keys to share with your friends during the open beta. Now, that might be sad news for all you guys that wanted to play the open beta before the end of the year, but there's actually still a major patch planned before 2018, and that's going to be including the second half of the Shoreline map, new weapons and items, new features, new spawn changes. The system that you actually use to spawn and extract will be changing. The dynamic weapon size, helmet customization, improved headwear slots, redesigned system weapon mastering, dog tags, and other cool ass features that will be explained in the future, which is awesome. So a major Escape from Tarkov patch is still planned to be coming out on or before December 28th, so we'll have to wait and see. And when the open beta is launched, there's going to be more optimizations to the game for the graphics and the network components, as well as a brand new map interchange, which is one of the most requested maps I know from the community, because it's going to be entering an urban environment, which is going to be awesome. This like interstate in the suburbs before the city of Tarkov. We're going to get lots of new map content in the next few months, which is actually unexpected. I honestly felt like they were going to get interchange out like sometime mid-open beta, so it's good to see that they're moving forward and probably going to be getting those maps out. I would love to see City of Tarkov and another map out before the end of 2018. I would love to see all of the maps released by the end of 2018. We'll just have to see how far they get along next year. Alright, so moving on, we have some new images showing off the changes in weapon storage. So, if you actually have a folding buttstock on a weapon such as an AKS, and you fold that buttstock back, you are going to be able to save inventory space in your stash and in your backpacks. But the same can be said if you increase the barrel length, or if you use long magazines like 45 rounds, or if you put a drum mag on a PB or a Makarov. You're going to be seeing some of those slots actually take up additional space, which is going to be an interesting move. So we'll have to see on how that actually works. Here is an image of you guys are probably looking at right now that the developer shared on Twitter. All is well and good other than the PB drum mag. I think it should be an L shape. I don't think you see that all that additional space that it takes up. I think that's a little unnecessary. Other than that, I think this is a change that everybody will be happy with. Another awesome change by popular demand is the addition to the face mask slot. So you're going to be able to wear like things like balaclavas and face masks under your helmets. So that's going to increase the diversity of cosmetic choices that squads are going to have, and it just makes sense. If you are wearing a helmet, you should still be able to wear a balaclava. It just makes sense. Alright, and now for the final topic of discussion in this video, the introduction of the ReapIR Thermal Optic. This was just posted before I edited this video together, and it is actually a surprise that we're going to be seeing this sometime soon. I personally don't like thermal optics in video games that are hardcore survival shooters. I didn't like the introduction of the L85A2 in the DayZ mod. I thought it made it way too easy to spot targets, and I am a little worried of its introduction into Escape from Tarkov, although it is a viable piece of military equipment that yeah, I mean, you probably could use on the battlefield. So that makes sense. I just think for video games, they're a little OP, but the thermal optic is currently set at 1 million rubles each, which is fair, but I think they should probably make it only spawning in raids and making it extremely rare from green weapon boxes instead of being able to buy it from traders. I think giving like players that have a lot of cash flow access to a thermal scope like this ReapIR is going to be a massive game changer, especially for squads. An inexperienced player who has a lot of capital available to them can buy a thermal optic that will allow them to spot their targets with so much ease that it's going to really blend the skill cap together. A really skilled early on survival player, maybe somebody who's new to the game but skilled at shooters, going up against an unskilled level 50 player, for example, that is going to be a difficult transition. It is now going to be a lot harder for that skilled player to kill somebody who may not be as skilled but way more equipped. And I think it's just going to give players that have access to a lot of income the ability to spot everybody on the battlefield with so much ease. Even though it's 1 million rubles in Optic, I think it's going to change the way a lot of players actually move throughout this game, and we'll see what kind of impact it has in PvP. I, for one, am not a big fan, but I understand why they're introducing it into the game. It does make sense, okay? So I'm not one of those guys that don't want to see it in the game. It's just how are they going to balance it? It needs to be the most valuable item in the game and difficult to acquire even for experienced players. Well guys, that's all for this video tonight. Let me know what you guys think of some of the updates, the thermal optic, and the changes that they made to the cosmetic options, as well as the folding stocks taking up less space. I'd love to hear you guys' opinions, and I'll see you in the next one. Oh yeah, and I forgot, there's going to be a wipe before the end of the month, so start using all the best gear you have.